the question that was raised last Friday, which was, why the fear of death? Unfortunately, when we talk about the fear of death, we just include only one aspect of it, which is the death of the physical body. But that's not the only kind of death. When two people fall apart out of a relationship, that's also the death of a relationship. When somebody transcends the ego, that's also death of the ego. But the word death scares us, which is a completely baseless fear. And the fear is basically because of the unknown. That creates an anxiety in us. Every one of us is fully aware that, as the American saying goes, only certainty in this country is of death and taxes. If it is so certain and a statement of facts, why not prepare for it rather than be afraid of it? So now the question would be, how do you prepare then? Bhagat Kabir talks about this, and he says, Kabira kya jana kab marenge kaisa marna hoye. So he raises these two questions right in the beginning. Kabira kya jana? What do I know? About what? You see, kya jana kab marenge? When the death will come. He is an enlightened soul. And he's telling us, this is something that you are not going to know. One thing, kab, when. And the second thing, kaisa marna hoye, how. What will be the means? What will be the medium? How this journey is going to end and when this journey is going to end is an unknown. And then he goes on to say, then how do you deal with it? How do you get ready for it? If it is a certainty, how do you prepare? And he says, Je sahib mano na visare tau sehla marna hoye. Sahib means the creator. He says, if you are in the habit of remembering him, visare means to forget. Jo sahib mano na visare. If you never ever forget him, then I can guarantee you that the death will not be painful. And you won't be surprised by it. सहला मरना होए. That's the only solution. Only recently somebody asked me that nowadays, ever since I learned from Quraysh, inshallah.
Again, Mr. Singh, I just came in, let me breathe.
Since I learned it from him, I like that word so much, I now end every talk by saying, inshallah we'll meet next. If God permits, we will meet again. And somebody asked me, what's the matter with you? Do you know something that we don't know? Why you have changed yourself, and with every talk you end, even in the Punjabi talks on Sunday, I ended the same way. If I'm still alive next Sunday, I'll come.
Yes.
And he said, it bothers me. He said, why it bothers you? No, it bothers me because it sounds to me as if you are saying you're going to die before Sunday.
Somebody told you that, Mr.
Yeah.
Singh?
Yeah,
Scared of death, that's why.
that's right. And I said, I cannot guarantee that I won't die before next Sunday.
Yes.
Oh, I know nobody can guarantee that, but why keep on repeating it? Why keep on remembering it? And I repeat this metaphor anytime somebody talks to me about death. And you may have heard it, I'm going to repeat it here again. That somebody goes to a master and says, I have a problem. They say, what is the problem? I keep forgetting God. I cannot remember him all the time. Tell me the trick. How do you remember all the time? What is the secret? And he says, look, you are too young to know these secrets. Why don't you go home and play and enjoy your life? These are two serious subjects. They are not for you. And the young man insists, he said, I'm not leaving today before you give me the secret. So he just closes his eyes for a few moments and then he says, I just found out that you have only 24 hours to live. So what good is it even if I tell you the secret? You just go and have fun. Enjoy these 24 hours of your life. Whatever you want to do, just go do. Whatever you want to wrap up, just wrap up. And get ready because you're going to die in 24 hours. The young man takes that statement so seriously and to his heart. He goes back to his home. He goes to his prayer room, closes the door, and he starts crying and praying, oh God, I'm coming to you. Please forgive all my sins. After a while, the parents notice that the boy hasn't come out. They knock on the door, go inside, and they see him crying and praying. And say, what's the matter with you? And he repeats the story. I'm going to die in 24 hours. The parents are mad. They're angry. So who told you that? Well, I went to so-and-so saint and he said, and he is a evolved soul, he must have read my records. And no, nobody can predict death. Forget about it. There's a lot of work to be done. There are a lot of appointments, a lot of chores to be done. Forget this nonsense and go do your... Absolutely not. I am not leaving this room. So he's stuck there. Parents wonder for a while. and then the doubts start arising in their heart also. What if the boy is right? So now the parents sit down with him and they start praying with him. To cut the long story short, slowly the word spreads in the entire town and the people are coming, expressing their sympathy and joining everybody in the prayer. Oh God, this soul is coming to you. Please have mercy on his soul. 24 hours go by. And everybody looking at the clock on the wall. 24 hours are gone. And the boy is sitting praying and everybody is praying. And now they are getting anxious. Everybody was expecting him to die. But he's not dead. Now they start getting angry with him. You see, we told you it is impossible. You see how much loss you have caused, how much work has been wasted, how many business transactions have been, how many appointments had to be cancelled, on and on and on. Everybody has a story to tell what work they cancelled because of this boy. While this is going on, no, he has no answer. The saint appears. Now they drop him and go after him. Go after the saint. What a cruel joke for a saint. And joke too on a young, naive boy? He said, hold it. You can punish me all you want. You just ask the boy, what question did he ask me? So they said, repeat your question.